What are the top 3 questions to ask when getting to know a potential love interest?
What's your astrology sign?
That's such a good one. Definitely.
Well, actually, related to asking about somebody's zodiac sign, doesn't that give false expectations?
No, they are true every time.
100%.
Oh, 100%.
Always.
I like maybe 99, but like really close.
You trust a Leo and then boom, they're self-absorbed.
Done.
Well, no, I'm just saying because a lot of people say, you can't generalize because everyone's different, and I would just wonder why people would ask about zodiac
I
signs.
think everyone's different except for astrology signs. I think those are accurate.
Everyone's the same.
So.
I feel like they want to see if they're compatible. A lot of people are and believe in the whole zodiac sign. I tend to do that as well. I don't know, I'm just into like this mystical stuff, magical stuff, and I feel like a lot of females are into, painting a picture of what can potentially be there, whether doable or not, but...
Do you think it gives false expectations?
Definitely.
So why
Definitely.
do it?
I don't know. It's just about something about having hope. You know what I mean? Something about having something that you can reach for, that you can have, look forward to, have faith in.
Because they believe in astrology. They believe in the planets. They believe in the crystals. They believe in the science. And you know what? Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
Do you think it gives false expectations?
I 100% believe it gives false expectations because everyone says the sign, the crystal gives this energy, the sign gives this momentum. No, it doesn't. It's all right here in your head. It's belief. It's what you believe you shall receive.
Why, when you're single, you long for a relationship, but when you're in a relationship, you long for your freedom?
Good question. You long for your freedom. I would have to say, now in these days, in this generation, people get so insecure when it comes to social media.
Because you have something and you're like, oh, I want that. And then you have it and you're like, no, I want that. If that makes sense. You want what you don't have.
Is it human nature to never be satisfied?
I think so, yes. Because it's like, once you get something that you want more. So you're never fully satisfied for it.
It is human nature. I think as humans, we're constantly, corrupted by social media, and it tends to program us into thinking else.
Do you think social media is inherently bad or a symptom of a larger problem?
Social media can be good. It has its goods. It has its goods and bads. It's a good way to connect to people and learn from one another. But it can be very toxic and bad with the programming and the beauty when it comes to beauty. And yeah, it's bad for the society sometimes, I believe.
Is it human nature to never be satisfied?
Yes. It's because Instagram.
Yeah.
Because everybody's looking
everyone
at
has
comparing themselves.
Yeah, everyone has like fake expectations.
Yeah, these
so-
expectations are crazy.
Yeah.
What are the top 3 questions to ask when getting to know a potential love interest?
What are questions to
What
ask?
do you do?
Yeah, what do you do for work?
What
How
do you
much
do for
money
work?
do you make?
Why do you think that would be the number 1 question?
Because we gotta know if we're gonna be with a
Because me and her, we make some money. So you
yeah,
gotta
we make some money. So you gotta add it up. Like I want to equal.
Yeah,
I want equal.
or you can make
Or it's
more.
either you're a boss to have a lead, or you 2 bosses, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is it in the age of independent women, a man's value is often determined by what he provides?
Because I kind of feel like men were put on this earth to provide, were they not?
Yeah, ain't that the
Ain't that in the Bible?
So what were women put on this earth to do?
To make babies. Coochie.
Yeah, we're supposed to make babies, sit at home, and spend the money.
Exactly. But we work. We're smart, educated
We work,
women.
but
But do we want to?
no.
Okay. Do you know more people who enjoy dating or who complain about dating?
Complain.
Why?
Complain about dating. Because usually the person that they're in a relationship with, they're like not loyal or just like doesn't commit to what they really actually want.
Why is it when you're single you want to be in a relationship, and when you're in a relationship you long for your freedom?
I guess because when you're single, you're just like lonely. And then when you're in a relationship, it's like once you're in a relationship and you actually understand the person that you're with, you actually might get annoyed by the person. That's why you need to become friends with the person first and then continue to be into a relationship.
Okay, but then what about that dreaded friend zone that a lot of guys complain about getting stuck in?
I don't even know. I couldn't even tell you.
Well, okay, but I'm just saying a lot of people say you should be friends first, and I'm saying, shouldn't you establish some kind of sexual interest right off the bat?
No, I don't think so. I feel like you should know the person like first. Like you should understand what their character is and how they move. I don't think you should just go right towards sex.
The sex, it's always going to be there. I'm 33. Whenever I'm 43, we're going to have sex. Whenever I'm 53, we're going to have sex. Whenever I'm 63, we're going to have sex.
Is there a difference between the dating advice that men get versus the dating advice that women get?
Yeah.
What is the
Yeah.
difference?
Girls are like, oh, like, let's settle down, like, blah, blah, blah. And guys are like, okay, just hit and then go. Like, literally. That's the advice.
So basically, men teach each other how to get laid, and women teach each other how to get relationships?
Yeah, definitely.
Interesting. So then doesn't that prove that men and women have different goals in dating?
Yeah, like 100%. Like, mostly speaking. Like, definitely some people
There's
are
definitely
different,
some,
but
like,
good guys,
but
for sure.
yeah, a lot of that.
Is it harder for a man to get the woman he wants into bed, or for a woman to get the man she wants to commit?
Women to commit, that one.
Yeah,
I
the
think.
commit-
I think
the
so. In
commitment
my
one.
personal experience.
So you think it's
personal
harder? So you think it's
experience.
harder for women to get men to commit?
Yeah, personal experience. Yeah.
But don't
I
women
think so.
typically expect a man to commit before she's willing to give him sex?
Depends.
Times are
Depends.
changing.
Times are changing.
It used
Yeah.
to, yes. Now
Now it's like you can like people just
It's
sleep with
quite
whoever.
easier.
Well, people
Yeah.
say to me like now it's like a hookup culture,
Yeah.
but
Yes.
doesn't that typically only apply to the right men, not all men?
No, oh man.
Pretty much all men, but probably I guess maybe there's some good ones out there. You know, if you know any, like let me know.
She's like, I'm looking.
Like I'm just in case.
All right, how about this? If you happen to be looking for a quality man, where would you expect to find one?
Like school, I think is a good one
School.
because they're like focused and driven.
They
Like, I
have
think
goals.
They have goals
Hell
like
of
in life.
goals.
Like that would be good, I
Yes.
think.
Good guy. You're always looking for the good guy. You know,
Yeah, I think it's a.
the perfect Prince Charming.
So doesn't that prove that men and women have different goals in dating?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Bottom line, yeah.
Yeah, I think we definitely have different goals in what we do.
If either of you were looking for a quality man, where would you expect to find one?
I don't know.
I would definitely say the gym or church for me.
Aw, cutesy. I would probably say church or like I think a grocery store would be prime.
I think a lot of the dating advice nowadays is find a man who's rich and that's going to spoil you. That's all I hear from women nowadays, working for the club scene. But when it comes to men, I would honestly have to say focus on yourself, work on building an empire for yourself, and then settle down for a woman. Because most of these ladies, especially in Hollywood, California, or in Vegas, you find a woman and they're most likely just going to want to go for you for your money and not because of love.
A lot of women now, as of right now, they're looking for a guy that's established so they could tie themselves to his success.
Because women are hypergamous in nature. They always aim for high status individuals and they want to live a higher lifestyle.
Why are so many women obsessed with collecting expensive shoes and handbags?
Hypergamous nature. Men are success objects. Women are beauty objects.
Before social media, everything was like more genuine and then you could get to know a person better. But right now we have apps like Tinder and shit like that, and it's like, oh, you want to fuck, yes or no? And then it turns into that, and then it never becomes into a relationship. And because it starts like that, I feel like it turns into these toxic, like, dumb relationships, I guess. It's not like realistic.
Do you think that dating apps have killed romance?
I don't want to say yes, but I feel like it has more towards that way than actually creating romance. I feel like it's kind of hard to find romance through social media because I feel like it's all very fake in a way.
In today's society, you got Bumble, you got Tinder, you got Plenty of Fish. You can match with the girl on a Wednesday and get her in bed on a Friday.
But doesn't that typically only apply to F-boys?
No, it doesn't. You don't even have to try. You can say, hey, let's go on a date this Friday. I'll take you out to sushi. Let's get some sake in us, and before you know it, she's at your house and you're getting it on.
Don't women typically make a man wait or commit before she'll give him sex?
No, 100% don't. The ones that say, if a woman tells you, I'm not giving it to you the first night, she's gonna give it to you the first night. Generally, the women that give it to you the first night, they're better to date. The woman that wants you to work for it, they're gonna be a pain in the ass later.
What does a woman have to do to get commitment?
Have sex with you on the first date.
What does a man have to do to get sex?
Nothing. Just take them on a date.
What does a woman have to do to get commitment?
Not like withhold sex, but like, or I don't know, like if you really click with a person, I think like a commitment will just happen.
But yes, withhold
But
sex.
like withhold sex.
Okay, and what does a man have to do to get a woman into bed?
Commitment. I don't know. Or like, no, sorry, that's the same. Maybe like.
So that she gets what she wants first, right?
Yeah, we come first.
We try.
We
We
first.
try.
I think, yeah.
Except in bed, then men come first. I don't know.
That's confusing. Yeah, except in bed, then men will come first.
Some women not at all.
Honestly, I don't think you could do shit to
No,
get
I don't
commitment.
think no, yeah.
It has to be the man.
We
If
come across
he's-
people who cheat all the time. Yeah.
Okay, and what does a man have to do to get sex?
Something nice.
Why does a man typically have to be the first one to give?
Because that's what you're here. You missed the part about it's in the Bible that it says men are here to provide. I am bisexual. You might buy me something, I might get sexual.
How should a guy know if a girl genuinely likes him or if she just wants attention?
Okay, that's a great question. Easily, if you have to spend money on a woman, she's not the one. If you can go hang out with her and just spend quality time, that's a wonderful woman.
I definitely know girls who like just want attention from guys.
It's hard
like,
to tell because it's really easily confused, I find. Because once they get attention, I don't even know when I want a relationship or
and
when I want
attention.
attention.
Like the girls don't even know, and then you're like, oh, never mind. I was just bored
I was
or
just
whatever.
bored. Yeah.
Yeah, it was that or like box
It's
dyeing
just
my
like
hair. So like I don't know.
I guess just how much she puts into the relationship. Like if
Yeah.
she's like always like trying to like receive kind of
But also
instead
like,
of like giving.
Yeah, but like if she has that much free time to like waste like on a guy, like don't go for her anyways.
Women often use the expression, "I'm worth it." What exactly does that mean?
That I'm worth the time, the effort, the arguments,
The money,
toxic,
everything.
All
I'm
that.
worth
I'm worth all
of
of that.
Why don't you typically hear men using that expression?
Because they're not worth
They're
it.
not. All they got
All
is
they got is dick and lies.
a wee wee.
A wee wee.
Why do so many women think they have the golden pussy when every woman has one?
Because some of them feel different. I heard they feel grainy on the
Yeah,
inside.
some of them
feel
ain't
grainy.
golden. Some of them
Yeah,
ain't.
some of them
They
stank.
ain't got that wop.
They got that walk. They got that dry stank.
Is there a difference between women who grew up with brothers versus women who grew up with sisters?
Yes.
Yeah,
I think so.
I grew up with brother, and she grew up with a sister. So I think we're very different.
And what's the difference?
Definitely. I think I'm more competitive.
Definitely.
And like more like assertive, definitely. Because I've had to like always like fight for like stuff.
I feel like sisters
Although you're
have
very
more
feisty.
yes.
Very feisty, this one.
Sisters have more like a on and off toxic relationship than brothers and sisters.
And then like that's what she looks for in like relationships. And then I look like for like the steady, like always there. Oh, that's really weird. I never realized that before.
Is it safe to assume women who had brothers will have a better understanding of men?
Yes.
Definitely. And I think
Depends
the same
on your relationship with your brother.
That's so true.
But yes.
And I think the same goes for guys, like guys who have sisters. Like understand like 100% better.
Understand women better.
Understand women better and like how to get what they or not like what the girls want and stuff like that. I think.
Well,
Definitely.
wouldn't that make them better dating prospects?
100%.
Boys with sisters.
Boys with sisters.
So shouldn't that be one of the first questions asked?
Oh, that's a really good. We're adding that to our questions.
You're giving us dating advice at this point.
It's zodiac signs and do you have sisters? And the top two right there.
I would definitely say one of them is what is your music taste? I feel like if we don't have the same music, it can kind of go.
I would say also music and then humor. Like if you're on that not like the same sense of humor, we won't get along.
If they're family oriented, what do they have a passion for, and where do they see themselves in 5 years?
When it comes time to marriage, women get who they can, and men get who they want.
Right, but when it comes to sex, women sleep with
Men get who they
can,
and women get who they want.
Right. So at the end of the day, can we agree that women are the gatekeepers of sex and men are the gatekeepers of commitment?
Hello, could you run the word?
Yeah, exactly. You already.
Does that mean that men get the last laugh though?
Yeah, they do at the end.
For the most part.
Unless we marry like an old man. and we get the
Yeah,
last laugh.
honestly, it just depends. If it's like genuine, usually they do. But, if
But
it's
also, I mean,
Yeah.
don't women typically make a man wait or commit before she'll give him sex?
It depends on how much money.
Honestly, No.
Oh shit. Depends.
Okay,
I always put it like this: if you want to rush into my pants, I'm gonna rush into your pockets.
Is it men's fault that gold diggers exist?
Absolutely, yes, I think so.
Do men enable women's bad behavior?
Sure, but I think that's also within our human nature. Like
it's within
just-
women's nature.
and men's nature though, for sure.
Is it women's fault that men are dogs?
No.
Is it women's fault that men are dogs?
No, that's just human nature, animal instinct.
Do women enable men's bad behavior?
Yes. Fuck yeah. Are you kidding me?
By
kidding me?
By spitting
Provocative
spitting
clothing,
multiple
they know
places at the same
exactly.
time,
Yeah. Come on.
Do men and women enable each other's bad behavior?
Do men and women enable each other's bad behavior? To a degree, yeah, most definitely. We do enable each other.
Why are men more likely to be publicly shamed for being dogs than women are shamed for being gold diggers?
As of today, a lot of women's getting publicly shamed now. Time to change a lot.
Why are men shamed for exercising their options, but women aren't?
A lot of people is looking for a man with less confidence that don't know himself that well. He should definitely exercise his options.
Why are men more likely to be publicly shamed for being dogs than women are shamed for being gold diggers?
Because we live in a feminist society, and they live by the feminist narrative.
Drop the mic.
Is it men's fault that gold diggers exist?
Yes.
Do men enable women's bad behavior?
Yes.
Is it women's fault that men are dogs?
Yes and no and yes.
Do women enable men's bad behavior?
Of course, we all enable each other's bad behavior, and it's getting worse.
Why are men more likely to be publicly shamed for being dogs than women are shamed for being gold diggers?
I don't agree that that's the case. I think men are rewarded for being dogs. Look at Charlie Sheen, Hugh Hefner. I mean, they're rewarded for being, but a woman who does the same thing is what? Shamed. So you get the point.